Dave, that's right. It's hard to win here at the Bryce Jordan Center. Penn State, a perfect 9-0 as Oregon comes in today for Big Ten basketball, presented by Jeep. Statement wins already from the ranked teams in the Big Ten today with Purdue, Michigan State, and Michigan, all with wins ahead of this game. And now Oregon tries to add to that. And Puff Johnson back from his absence on Wednesday in the starting lineup for the Nittany Lions, who control the tap here on their home floor.
And Mike Rhodes said without Ace Baldwin, you think about it defensively, but offensively as well. One of the best assist men in the country. And have to do it collectively are the Nittany Lions without Ace Baldwin offensively.
Well, Freddie Dillion's a guy that can help him out.
Dillion is slowly but surely finding his groove. Keep in mind, did redshirted a year at Tennessee, only played about 5 minutes a game last year. So he is just getting his game groove over the last handful of games.
Well, this is good against good. Good Penn State defense against one of Dana Altman's best offensive teams he's had in a while, as Biddle misses to open up the day for the Ducks.
I think Biddle from the three-point line is something that I'm going to have my eyes on here today.
Nick Kern gets fouled coming off a couple of really good games for Dana Altman, a guy that you
for a long time at a really high level. He's got a good to get some higher quality photos to that
point shooter in the Big Ten.
It's good to get Puff Johnson back up in the lineup as well. He's been banged up.
Conan Niederhauser goes reverse. No, Johnson with the follow-up, and he's headed to the line for two.
The term house money numerous times at shoot-around to kind of describe.
Yeah, but just wants his guys to be loose without their best ball handler and really their best pretty much everything.
Yeah, baseball. You name it, he makes a huge impact with it. Defense, scoring, leadership, distributing.
TJ Bamba playing off 2 feet. Biddle with the tap back.
It's a good take, though, by TJ Bamba and the shot fake on Conan Niederhauser. Got to continue to attack the rim if you're Oregon.
Quick shot. Puff Johnson rattles it down.
Good sign to get Puff Johnson in a flow. And when Oregon slaps that three-quarter court press on, you have to sprint back and find shooters and know who you're guarding. And Puff Johnson's one of those guys you have to find.
Jackson Shellstat on a heater right now, and he stays sizzling the last few. So Oregon with their first hit from outside from Shellstat that last trip down. Him and Biddle led the comeback win against Ohio State on Thursday. And an attack sends Tracy to the free throw line.
He is a big-time scorer because you saw the first three. Needed it, though. Needed it on the 2 big wins. Maryland, Ohio State.
Oregon trying to get it going on offense. First couple trips, nothing went. Biddle and Shellstat got him going.
This is the action I like. Little pick and pop.
And it is those two combining, and Biddle stroking it real well from 3 right now.
It was the #1 note I took getting ready for this game. Pick and pop with Biddle because of the hard hedge from Penn State.
Well, different ball handlers out there for Penn State today. Leads to the transition bucket.
It's going to be a totally different look offensively for Penn State, too, without Ace Baldwin.
Kachi Enza in there in the post, giving up for Dillion. Mid-range pop.
Talented guy.
No run just ahead of that first time out. After a slow start down in this end.
Great rotation from Kern there. That was that pick and pop. But Kern was there in the catch.
Good hands for Johnson. Kern takes it the other way. That counts on a goaltend. Coming from behind, Kwame Evans called for his first foul. Bartholomew shut off. Gives it up for Shellstat. Clock dipping down again. Bartholomew lets it fly. And got 3.
He's a good one fade, if you will, where you take him into the paint, pop back, and Bartholomew just missed it, but that's a wide open look.
Mostly for guys named Corver, Funk, Pritchard,
yes.
Les Ba.
Les Ba on that one.
Oh, Bamba. Right off the window. Nice shot at the rim.
Had to go high with Conan Niederhauser looming.
Interesting how both teams will attack the rims when Conan Niederhauser and Biddle are in the game today. Two of the best rim protectors in the league. And Dunn goes right back to the rim.
It's a long shot over Kwame Evans from Dunn as well. Job playing off 2 feet. Got to be careful when you're going into the trees both ways.
Evans right back at the shot blocker twice in a row.
Trailing the play now. If you attack and explore, you got an opportunity if you're Penn State.
Hicks drove the closeout. Nice pass into Conan Niederhauser.
play from Zach Hicks.
Both teams getting to the rim in a back and forth 2-point game just out of the under 12 media timeout. Into the post, Supreme Cook, spin and score. An efficient offensive showing as usual. Kern slices, can't get it. Evans taps it to Cook. Shellstad wanted it, gets the feet set, and reins in another three.
You saw it. He was getting organized and shot ready about a full second before that thing came. He is in such a good rhythm. He is drenched in confidence if he can shoot a three right now.
You can say it. Raft won't get mad at you.
Get the puppies organized.
Got those puppies organized. Niederhauser off of the lob from Kern. Stewart spinning in. And Stewart got his own. And off the hands into TJ Bamba going 1-on-3. And he cruises in for two more.
You got some tired guys on the floor, especially Conor Niederhauser is really...
Shellstad and his hot shooting carrying right into today with 6 early. Barthélemy with a rainbow. And Mike Rhodes not waiting for the media. The timeout Mike Rhodes called. It's Johnson on the attack late in the clock. And the lid's still on with Biddle back in there rebounding for the Ducks. Here's Bamba right down Broadway and draws a foul.
And hard hedging those ball screens. And they just got... And Braden Smith had 6 points in the whole game. Shellstad's already...
It's a 7-0 Oregon run, extended 12-2 run over the last 3+ minutes.
Just seems like Oregon is comfortable right now. You don't say that very often when Penn State's playing you. They're just the middle of the floor cleared out. Bamba with him and Bruce Thornton. I'm sure they get confused. Wait, you play for the Oregon football team, Ohio State football team? Nope. I'm a guard on the basketball team.
That could be the next Johnny Lloyd for Oregon. That goes down.
Yes. Sometimes all it takes is just to see a couple of go down as a scorer, and you're feeling it.
And Kern out of the timeout goes window.
Penn State.
Oregon's been living with a double-digit lead here for the last several minutes, back to 9. With Biddle working on Conor Niederhauser. Ooh, a little Dirk off 1 foot. Illness mixed into that as well, deep into last year. Kept him out. Angel saves it on the baseline for the Ducks.
I get out to this guy.
And Tracy off a shot fake. Blow by for Biddle, who lofts it up on the second try. Oregon just 4 turnovers against one of the best turnover defenses in all of college basketball. Carter off, Johnson sweeps that up.
So that's one thing you can do against the matchup zone is you can get to the offensive glass on it. Because you can get matched up against bigger guys as a guard, or you're just not on anybody. And there, Puff Johnson, just a free run to the rim, and he laid it in.
Shellstad had the lane clear out and pulled up and drilled it.
Rotation for Kwame Evans, too.
And taken away, Miles Goodman. Penn State just got him healthy, the freshman big. Here's Kern turning the corner.
Good job by Goodman sealing off the help defense for Kern to go all the way to the rim.
And Shellstad stops on a dime again. It's rebounded by Cook, goes up powerfully to the rim. You got your eyes wide.
For Kern.
Enza missed a couple. Johnson missed Illinois. As soon as they get him back, opportunities. He has been real quiet. Trying to get him one. It's a contested one. Maybe not the one that they had in mind. And contact under the basket with Goodman crashing into Evans. And what that value is exactly, but with the 14 points, the 8 assists, and his defense.
Mike Rhodes talked to us about that today, about called it riding the waves of the ups and downs of a game.
You got a dodgeball, you got no way, you got a tightrope, and then a layup for Puff Johnson. Still alive, now Bamba clears. And DeLeon gets it back on the hit-ahead. Thought about it, then took it, and made it.
Needed.
And Penn State's defense has started this run. 3 turnovers in the last couple of minutes. Inside a minute to go. Bartholomew short. Cook fights for it, wrestles it away, and he is hit.
It can get away from you in a hurry on the road in the Big Ten. If you don't bring your A game, still griping about how he didn't like his team's fight in that game at all. But when Illinois is rolling, they can make a lot of teams look silly.
Oregon coming back from down 8 with 6 minutes to go against Ohio State. Certainly made him feel a little better.
Yes.
And a turnover into the hands of Tracy leading the break. It's tapped free by Hicks. Trying to get his offense going now, and he's fouled. Still a Hicks at the free throw line for 2.
Another thing, you get a shooter. I know it's right before half come. Maybe not for this till the second half, but still.
Clock off. Oregon can use the rest of the first half.
Another pick and pop here.
Shellstad and Biddle hunting one final shot before the break. Inside 10 seconds. Shellstad gives it up for Tracy. 5 seconds to go. Tracy driving kick. Biddle a 3. It slides down, and that's the end of the first half. Impressive balance from Oregon.
And an attack in the open floor, and aren't going to have to go against this half-court matchup zone. The better will serve them offensively. But certainly Oregon's just got to continue to take care of the ball.
Well, first look goes to Brandon Angel to open up the scoring for Oregon. I think he didn't take a shot in the first half.
Yeah, I would say that qualifies as quiet.
That's definitely a little whisper in that first half for Angel. Here's Kern going underneath. Gorgeous move, Nick Kern.
And then just had to heave that one up. But Hicks has got to knock down some shots for Penn State.
The hope was for Penn State, his free throws. Getting out in transition could get him going. At the end of the half, as Shellstad stays real hot.
Just an excellent cross screen. Ran that same cross screen action to get Angel a bucket, and so everybody ran with Angel, and Shellstad was the one that was wide open.
10 points for Shellstad. Ball fake. DeLeon against Biddle draws the foul.
Hopefully he's okay. Have a little full court press where they run and jump, try and trap the ball handler, but Shellstad catches it on a run. Doesn't even give a defense a chance.
After the free throw catharsis for Freddie DeLeon. So right at where we were at halftime. 7-point game with Oregon in front and building it with Biddle.
First possession of zone. And Nate Biddle, perfect flash to the middle of the floor and turns and scores.
DeLeon off the side of the backboard. Follow up. Hicks, yes.
Never fails.
Shellstad was in range there, gave it up. Tracy off a couple of shot fakes. Quiets the crowd.
Shot fakes, and especially against Penn State. If you don't keep it simple, they're going to take your rock.
DeMarco Dunn trying to turn. Penn State got that call going to break. It's Kern driving in and scoring. Been here twice since halftime after Oregon led by as many as 14 in that first half. Here's Cook powering in again and trying to do damage to the rim. He got fouled.
Catch and try to dunk it.
Well, maybe. Simple, boys.
Simple wins. Let's see what you did there. That was good. Simple wins.
You may have heard that on a podcast.
Yeah.
There's Kern getting it back. Hicks off a shot fake. Wow. Finally got going. Saying, let's go to the crowd. Answer. Bamba, no. Kern on the cross. Penn State has tied the game. Thing will not sit down.
The zone has gotten stops. Now Penn State trying to mix it up. Some man, some zone, keep Oregon off balance.
Marco Dunn gives Penn State the lead.
Got to get rolling here for Oregon.
He's got the ball in his hands with 8 on the shot clock. Nick Kern was right with him. Kern still glued to him. Shellstad hit it anyway.
and needed it.
Yeah, that was a commute in from the airport three. That's short for Johnson, and here comes Bamba in Oregon. Bamba, physical to the rim. He's got two coming up. Taking a three since midway through the first half.
No, and Shellstad, to mark of a good to happen now, especially against this 2-3 zone. He's got to find those stop spots on the.
Bamba picks up his second on Oregon in this half. Conan Niederhauser, nothing down there against Biddle. And the vaunted shot blockers in the Big Ten. So Kern tries his hands. Didn't mind the trees being down there. Oregon trying to extend the lead again, up by one. Do a timeout at the next dead ball. Bamba hops in. Still pivoting. Johnson with him all the way. Barthélemy leans in.
But Hicks got caught ball watching. He turned and looked at the ball and lost his sight of his man. And Barthélemy did a good job moving and freeing himself up to help out his teammate.
Dunn reads it. Niederhauser off the line. Dunn secures it for the Nittany Lions. Good action in this second half. Johnson, little hook. It goes.
I love it. Penn State has had a lot of
trip for Penn State.
This zone has really got Oregon stymied.
Use 30 seconds of clock. Just never got going. Johnson back to the rim. A 17-point flip from down 14 for Penn State.
And the crowd is into the game now. Was not a factor in the first half.
Angel center of the zone, draws the foul on Conan Niederhauser.
Graham and his identity as a coach. And
yeah, he'll let you in. He'll give you a little peek behind the curtain, and he's got a plan. And trying for a top 15 win for the fourth time since he took the job last year.
This would be an amazing win with no Ace Baldwin.
Hicks, turnaround, got it.
Size, that's what that was. And get ready to shoot.
Shellstad glued to DeMarco Dunn. Now he goes under the screen.
This is the guy that is just giving Oregon fits driving the ball to the basket.
Well, Tracy had hands on the ball, but also means he's 2 away from a black belt.
Which means I want nothing to do with him. Sad. 38.5 free throw attempts a game and wins 13 in loss. But certainly short corner, high post against the zone works well too, but you got to complete the pass.
Would have been a good look, big to big. Angel back in the play on defense, but Hicks whisks it away with Barthélemy. With the hit ahead for Shellstad, all alone for a finger roll.
Little cherry pick.
He did. Shellstad got 2. Biddle closes off Dunn. Oregon in a stance for a long stretch here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dillion step back. Drilled the 3. And inside 7 to go.
This match here. Dillion with Biddle. And don't come with the ball screen. Going to just attack.
On the stutter, Biddle recovered but called for the foul with 2.
And that's allowed Penn State to set their zone as well when you're not getting stops. I think you got to find a way to get this guy right here some threes against the zone, and then you got to start attacking the offensive glass as well. Kwame Evans on the floor, number 10 in black, can do just that.
A career high for Dillion with 17 points. Answer for Barthélemy.
The arc and wanted it. Oregon's going to come back with that press on those dead balls, a little full court.
Play a long stretch of defense. Dillion, a late foul called. Dillion with one of his few misses today. Auburn Tigers for most quad 1 wins in the country.
How about that? Well, you see our own Michael Corsi consistently having Oregon as one of the top seeds in his projections for the NCAA tournament. But the Ducks have really pieced together a nice resume so far.
Alabama and Texas A&M played last night. That was 2 teams that had lost to Oregon. Tracy and 1 for the Ducks. Team that was a couple of possessions from going to the Sweet 16 last year. And he's back now. Kern rejected the screen all the way in, and Biddle wipes it clean.
Gonna find Shellstad here.
He's running. He attacks the closeout, gives it up. Evans there for two.
That's an example of a transition. One of the few times Oregon was able to get a stop, a rebound, an outlet, and a run, and it ends in an easy one.
They've had success with this pressure also. Johnson with the attack. Hung in the air. Whitney lines by 5. Dillion working on a career day. Late shot clock. Step back. Shellstad with them all the way. Forces the turnover. Lead pass. Tracy on the jam from Barthélemy.
Amazing hands from us.
And a tight one from Bryce Jordan center. It's raked away by Evans. New life for Penn State. Dillion cashes it again.
Down or up on game day, it doesn't change your approach. I think some of the redundancy of the messaging helps the Ducks, and I think it's reflective in their record in close games.
Barthélemy 3. Nailed it.
Needed it. Been really cold from 3 in this second half. And the reality is, against his own, Connor, you can run up all the sets you want, but you got to knock down some threes, and Barthélemy hits a big one.
The Ducks started 5 of 8. They were 1 of 12 since then until that Barthélemy make. Hicks off a ball fake, wrapped it under the rim.
Around the shot blocker, using the rim to shield off Biddle.
Same spot, Barthélemy passed. Tracy gets in on it.
Keep in mind, Penn State, while the zone has served them well, they're not a zone team. They've been a little off schedule on their rotations, and they leave Tracy wide open. Now back-to-back threes in big spots for Oregon.
Oregon 4-1 in those close games. Locked in another one. And they get another stop with Evans off the Kern miss. Chance to tie it or take the lead with 2.5 to go. Tracy just hit into the post. It's Evans keeping his composure.
It's a talented guy right there who is long. And even against Kern, he's got the advantage. A great duck-in post-up and finish.
With the swings in this second half. Have it back to even, and Kern gives Penn State the lead.
Pick and pop with Shellstad and Biddle.
Penn State trying to gut one out without Ace Baldwin today. Nick Kern, one of their other leaders, sidelined right now. Barthélemy steps in and out. Hicks crashes and secures the defensive rebound. Inside 2 minutes to go. Oregon playing for a 7th quad 1 win. Penn State wants a top 15 win. Hicks. I don't think that's what he had in mind.
No. Good help from Biddle.
Over the top, it's Evans getting clear again.
Gotta have better transition defense, especially given the scenario that what you saw there. Just an easy run out for Evans.
Dillion working on a career best. No. Rebound Barthélemy.
Oregon will chew some clock, and you got a pretty good closer with the ball for the Ducks.
Oregon trying to sweep this Big Ten road trip after the comeback win against Ohio State. Shellstad, 7 on the clock, still probing, got to his spot and hit again. We've seen that a bunch the last 2 years.
Imagine that'd be what Penn State will want.
If there is a tie-up, it will go the Ducks' way.
It's like man-to-man, Connor.
With Kern at the controls, in attack mode, over Biddle, it dances off, and Barthélemy has the rebound.
What an amazing contest from Biddle.
Remember, not in the bonus here, only 4 team fouls for Penn State. 8-second difference, game and shot clock.
Not a foul.
Mike Rhodes is saying foul, and they finally give it, but they'll have to do it a couple more times.
Lost it. Quite a.
So this next one that Penn State will give will send Oregon into the 1-1. It's Biddle giving it up to Tracy. That was a little bit nervy. And some time ticking off, and now the foul given. 5 seconds came off the clock. And Tracy makes it a 2-possession game for Oregon. Well, Penn State got to work quick. Kern almost lost it. Gives it up for Hicks. Off a shot fake. Hicks in and out on the 3. Offensive rebound, Kern, but with 6 seconds left, he launches it out of bounds. 3.7. Evans running, looking short, still looking, and he uses that timeout. So that's the last one for the Ducks.
It looked like Evans had Tracy open.
Lead. No pressure on the inbounder. He moved, he got it in, clock starts, and was the foul given before time went out? Tracy moved. He should have been stationary.
And that's a double whammy. Mike Rhodes thought there should have been time left. And the officials are walking off. This game's over.
Well,
they're not even going to look at it. That's a tough one, as it looked like Tracy moved. And was there time left on what could have been a foul, but instead